It's day 5. The first thing that I did was I moved the stand from over there to over here. It makes sense to do that now before I build the drawers and put those in because it'll be a lot heavier. I want to get the drawer slides installed first before I make the drawers. I've made a bit of a layout here to place the drawer slides, in particular these ones right here. The thing to remember about these though is that when they go together, the center line of the one that mounts on the side of the cabinet is exactly a ½ inch from the bottom of this. So it'll be a ½ inch from the bottom of the drawer. If your drawer is 5 inches from the bottom of the cabinet, you make your center line for the one that mounts on the side 5½ inches up. And that's basically what I got here. I did it out in SketchUp. Shows me the size of the drawers. I got, 2 3/4, 2 3/4, 3½, and 5 inch on the bottom. There's no real trick with this one. It just sits right on the bottom of the cabinet like this, out flush with the front. I've made marks on the side of the box here for the center line of those drawer slides. Now I've got my framing square, and I'm just going to draw those lines across. Now I got the first one, and going to line that up with the front edge right here like this, centered on that line, and then drive a screw. I've got all the drawer slides in. What I need to do now is level up the unit itself, not exactly level, but in line with the miter saw station as it is, because this acts as the, the side table for that, and it has to be at the same level or just a little bit lower. So what I'll do is I'll tip it over, back out that screw about 1/8 of an inch, put it back in and check it again. Okay, it's in place. I've got it leveled up properly and it's sitting on all 4 screws on the floor, a very solid feel to it. What I need to do now is start making the drawers. I'm going to be making those out of ½ inch plywood, just cutting them to size and joining them together with simple butt joints. Well, it's day 6 now. I got interrupted yesterday. I only got one drawer, the biggest one on the bottom, put together. But it's had overnight to dry and everything looks good. One thing about it is very light construction, very easy to put together. So I just got to get the other 3 put together, then I can get them installed in the unit. Now it's day 7 and I left off yesterday on an unsatisfactory note. I really didn't get the things done that I wanted to get done. So I came back out here this morning and I finished things up. What I really wanted to get done yesterday was to have it in this condition right here. The drawers installed, the handles made and put on. start with the drawers. They're all made, all installed, ready to fill up. These top two are just a little bit not as deep as the other ones, but these are only 3/4 slides anyway, so you can't really reach that far in. The next one down is the full depth, and then the bottom one is full extension, so you can reach the whole thing. It's also deeper. It's about 5 inches deep. Now, I had a lot of comments on the video on Friday about putting casters on the front here. I said originally I was going to put blocks there. The reason for the blocks is simple, and I'll show it now. With the planer inside here, it's quite heavy, but when you go to pull it out, you hold onto this handle and you pull it out, and you kind of lift it up as well, so it sits on the feet like that as it pulls out. The legs are easier to do, they're cheaper, and they work just as well. All you do is lift up a little bit and then set it right down on the legs, and everything's okay. It fully supports the weight of the drawers, plus the contents that are going to be in the drawers, and the heavy planer itself. Tomorrow I have to take a little bit of a break from this because I've got to try to catch up with the video that I've been shooting for this. Like I've said a few times already, this is going to be a full build video on my main channel, and I've got to try to, put that together somehow so it's kind of watchable, because in and of itself it's probably not the most interesting subject, the belt grinder stand, but if I throw the planer type angle and the drawers in with it, then that kind of boosts the interest up a little bit. I still don't expect a lot of attention for it in the end though. But what I may do is come out here and cover an older project or two, something similar to what I did last year around this time with the in the shop videos on my other channel. The idea for starting this channel was to put that kind of content on here as well. So I'll be covering the, what is it? So tomorrow I'll cover the contour gauge and the small storage boxes, plus maybe something else. I'm not sure yet, depends on how much time I have. If you have any questions for those two projects that you would like answered, leave them in the comments of this video and I'll try to take care of them. Otherwise, I'll be answering questions that are on the original videos for those two in that video. Also giving my impression of how useful the projects are over the course of a year.